January 3rd. Center court, Wimbledon, another unusually warm day. Temperature well over 100 degrees in the sun. Peter Morgan from the All England Club, as is tradition that he's filled since 1947, leads the finalists onto the court. The defending champion, Pete Sampras, and now the audience for the first time, a chance to applaud the #1 seed, best in the world Sampras, against the hard-hitting left-hander from Croatia, Goran Ivanisevic. They'll pause to bow to the royal box. And they're all here, from royalty to the commonest of men, to see who will win the 1994 Wimbledon Championship, the defending champion from the U.S. or the hard-hitting southpaw from the Dalmatian coast. Goran Ivanisevic, the 22-year-old left-hander, in past years strung tighter than his racket, perhaps due to the turmoil in his native Croatia. This fortnight he has played without a waiver. He's now poised to claim his first Grand Slam title. The foundation of his game, a 136-mile-an-hour serve, the fastest recorded at Wimbledon. But his volleying and service returns have been splendid as well. The #4 seed is ready to fire. Defending champion Pete Sampras has been nearly flawless. He's dropped just 1 set in 6 matches and sacrificed his serve only 3 times. His game, total. Always a solid serve and volleyer. He's become magic off the ground as well. The winner of 3 of the last 4 Grand Slams, he has separated himself from the rest of the tennis elite, seeking back-to-back Wimbledon titles. Pete Sampras, the man to beat. And we welcome you to Wimbledon. We're only 7 rows off famed center court's lawn surface. 20 years ago, an American, Jimmy Connors, won Wimbledon. 10 years ago, it was this fella, John McEnroe. And today, Pete Sampras will try to repeat his title of a year ago. John McEnroe and Bud Collins on his way to the International Hall of Fame next weekend in Newport, Rhode Island. It'll be a game of hard hitting. Both men have logged many aces in the tournament.
Well, obviously the 2 biggest servers in the game. Pete Sampras, I think the big concern here is how his ankle will hold up from that semifinal match against Todd Martin. I saw him in the locker room after the match. Lucky that I can hang out there being an ex-champion, and Pete was a little concerned about it. It was a little stiff. It swelled up on him the night after he played Todd. I think the heat will help him, however, though. It's very warm out today. I think the heat's going to help loosen that up rather quickly. The adrenaline of being in the finals. You'll see a lot of Pete Sampras aces.
And Goran Ivanisevic, Bud?
Well, it's the great balls of fire final, but those balls are going to look like yellow peas with these guys hitting them. I think for Goran Ivanisevic, can he return his backhand? We know he's going to serve huge, but Pete has developed a tremendous hook over there to the backhand of Ivanisevic, and I think he's going to have to do it. And can Ivanisevic remain cool? I talked to his father a few minutes ago. I said, is this your kid, the new serene boy? He said, maybe.
He said himself, I don't know what's going on in my mind. Nobody does. And we will introduce fully our final competitors, Ivanisevic and Sampras, when we return. 2 minutes left in their warm-up. No one at any level enjoys playing left-handers, and Sampras had his difficulty with southpaws a couple of years ago. He's 22, but he has improved. He's won his last 11 matches against the left-handed server, the #1 in the world.
We see here Jared Palmer, the up-and-coming American, gave him a good first-round match. Richie Renneberg, Jared Palmer's doubles partner, also in straight sets in the second round. The Californian Chuck Adams, routine victory there for Pete Sampras. 4th round, Daniel Vacek, a big server from Czechoslovakia. 1 tiebreak there. Absolute tennis lesson on grass course given by Pete to Michael Chang in the quarterfinals. We saw him struggle a little bit against Todd Martin in the semifinals. Did enough in the 4th set to win that one 6-3 in the 4th.
Lost that 3rd set when he turned his ankle. Goran Ivanisevic, he was in the finals 2 years ago, lost to Andre Agassi in 5 dramatic sets, ranked 5, seeded 4th, but his ranking will move up to the 2nd best player in the world with his fine performance at Wimbledon.
Each man has lost a set. Now, Fernando Meligeni, a little Brazilian, actually broke Ivanisevic's serve, and he gets the medal for that. Alexander Mronz, easy, a German. Amos Monsdorf, the greatest player in the history of Israel, but that was straight set. He didn't break serve. Alexander Volkov broke serve twice and actually won the set. Guy Forget broke serve once. Boris Becker looked at one break point, didn't get it, a set point in the breaker, and he was ace.
Head-to-head, Ivanisevic leads 5-3 and won both meetings on grass, including Wimbledon 2 years ago. Sampras won the last meeting last year. And in talking with his coach, Tim Wilkinson, he said, that's all that matters to me. How'd they do the last time they played? He feels very confident that Sampras has been vindicated, his talent and all the praise and potential. When he won Wimbledon last year, that took so much pressure away. Now he knows he's the world's best, and he enjoys grasping onto that title.
Yeah, that's true. Tim Gullickson is his coach, not Tim Wilkinson, who was a tennis player in the past. Played at Wimbledon many times.
Another left-hander. Tom is left-handed.
So Dick, you brought up a good point. There's Tim Gullickson there. How he will react against a left-hander. He's won his last 12. Was it 11 or 12 matches against a left-hander? But he wasn't playing Goran Ivanisevic. So it will definitely take him some time to adjust to that Ivanisevic serve.
And his coach, Tim Gullickson, did say as well that he thinks the key to the match is which of these players will return second serves best of all. It's almost conceding that their first serve is so powerful that neither man's going to get many points off successful first serves. Sampras, the champion, serves to open this championship.
I think another important factor is the weather temperature out there. Bud alluded to that earlier talking to Goran's dad. I always find it a lot more difficult to keep my composure in the heat. It'll be very interesting to see how Goran reacts here.
Ooh. Lined that one right off the umpire's chair. Michael Morrissey, get him a batting helmet. That's the kind of returns Goran manufactured against Boris Becker.
Well, he's had a chance at 2-second serve here. Second one hit at the inside-out variety. That's considered a good start to get 1 out of 2 in.
It's wide.
Pete does appear to be laboring on that ankle a little bit right now.
It's his right ankle.
Has it taped and strapped, which is somewhat unusual. Strap on the outside of the sock and a tape job on the inside. Been icing it about 5-6 times a day.
The first ace of the match, and get out your adding machines. We're going to see plenty of those today. That's the 101st of the championships for Sampras. Ivanisevic leads with 140.
Game started.
We're underway. Sampras with an easy hold.
We've selected a family I've never seen before for an absolutely unbiased scientific taste test on which is the ultimate beverage, Pepsi or Coke. Let's see what they chose. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We chose Pepsi. We chose Pepsi. 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 Great-looking family.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new king of swing. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Don't mean a thing, all you gotta do is swing. It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Give it all the rhythm that you got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
We're back at center court. Moments ago, you can see that right ankle and the strapping used by Pete Sampras. He laced the shoes to relieve the tension, perhaps the circulation. Sometimes the binding's too tight and a hampering effect. Set to go. The first swing of the racket by Ivanisevic in the serving game produces another ace. And it's hazardous duty for the lines people. But he did not run freely for that ball, Sampras. A great play, but he lumbered.
He'll move well enough, set up by this nice return of serve. See him take a couple extra long steps to reach that ball, but he takes his time slowing himself down there.
13-15.
And another ace.
Well, he had to pull up short. He almost stepped in the face of Russo Adamo, the great photographer.
Bad time for Sampras. Ivanisevic hitting that first serve and 3 aces in his opening game.
Good news for him is that tape job in the ankle will loosen up. In a couple more games, heat will help loosen his leg up as well.
The ace on the last point measured at 125 miles an hour.
David Ivanisevic.
The injury occurred in the third set against Todd Martin as Sampras was racing for a forehand off court, and in trying to stop the right ankle, watch buckles underneath him actually the foot caught in fresher grass.
You could see there it was the top of the ankle. Pete pointed out to me, not the side, which I think will help not affect him so much mentally, at least as this match progresses.
Didn't roll over laterally on the ankle, more unusual, the sprain.
Explains why he didn't stop on that passing shot a couple points ago. Goran needs to take advantage of each and every opportunity here. Try to take advantage of the fact that Pete's not going at 100% right now. Just like he did to Boris Becker in the semifinals, getting off to that good start, taking advantage of Boris's slow starts.
13.
His second ace. Measured at 121 miles an hour. Sampras at love. It's 2-1. Ivanisevic, if he were a race driver, he'd be looking for the checkered flag. He likes speed, and he's out in front. 136 miles an hour, the fastest recorded here at Wimbledon since 1990. Zecca, the big German, 134. Forget, the Frenchman. Becker at 130, and Sampras not too far behind. What was your fastest, John McEnroe?
I think I broke 100 a couple times.
15.
Who was the fastest you ever had to return?
Have to go with Ivanisevic, Becker, the people you're seeing right now.